What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. I'm on Toxic Gaming today, people. Today I'm going to bring to you the first place locals deck that happened last Sunday. This is the Blaze Accelerated Deployment deck. It is very, very good in Volcanics. I think it's a very strong and top tier contender for this format. And if you haven't tried it yet, I highly recommend it. The deck is very, very good. Genuinely because you get to bring out a crazy boss monster that does so much in this game with the most utmost of ease. And if you don't know how, it's because you play this card here, Blaze Accelerator Deployment. This is your skill. When you have Blaze Accelerator out, it turns into Tri-Blaze Accelerator. It's just the name, you know? That's all it becomes, is Tri-Blaze Accelerator. And then once it becomes Tri-Blaze Accelerator, you're able to summon out your Volcanic Doomfires. And Doomfires get summoned by attributing a Tri-Blaze Accelerator to your graveyard. During your opponent's battle phase, attack position monsters your opponent controls must attack this card if able. When this card destroys a monster by battle and sends it to the graveyard, destroy as many monsters your opponent controls as possible, and if you do, inflict 500 damage to your opponent for each monster destroyed by this effect. It's a very, very strong boss monster. Like I said, it does so much. And not only are you burning your opponent, but you're also wiping their field. If you destroy defense monsters, you're forcing them to attack only him when he's on the field. Like, he's a very, very good card. To help him out, we also play Triple Volcanic Rocket. This is the searcher of your deck. You can get your Blaze Accelerators from your graveyard to your hand, from your deck to your hand. Like, as soon as these cards get to your hand by summoning this card, you change it with Accelerator deployment, then this guy's able to get summoned. It is so good in this deck. And not only that, but I found that if you, play against Crystal Beast, right? And you use Blaze Accelerator deployment on your Blaze Accelerator and turn into the Tri-Blaze, sometimes your opponent uses the Conclave to get rid of the Blaze Accelerator before you contribute it. So you can bait out the Conclaves. Like, you can literally, the Crystal Regekis, the Conclaves, the Cosmic Cyclones, you can literally bait out all those cards if you really absolutely need to think your opponent to think you have the Doomfire when you really don't. And it's a really, really cool idea. We play 3 of the Shell, though. If you don't know why we play 3 of the Shell, it's super simple. It's because Blaze Accelerator uses them as bullets, essentially. So you send a Pyro monster with 500 less attack from your hand to the graveyard, destroy that monster on the field. Monster your opponent controls, I guess. And then you get your shells back by paying 500 life points while it's in the graveyard and adding a shell from your deck to your hand. So you always have the ability to fire at your opponent. It's really, really cool. And then we play Royal 5-star. Oh man, Royal Firestorm Guards. That's how you say this guy's name. He just is when he's normal summon, you target 4 Pyro monsters in your graveyard, shuffle 4 into the deck and draw 2, which is really cool when you have all your blades, your Volcanic shells in the graveyard, as well as any of your other powerful cards such as Doomfire or Rocket. It's very, very good. DD Warrior Lady is played at 3. This card is probably the best card in the format. I highly recommend playing it at 3 in every deck. Like I said before, Triple Blaze Accelerator, this deck will not run without it. And then Wildfire, a quick play, pay 500, destroy Blaze Accelerator, Dark Hole, summon token card. This card's insane. This card is so good for this deck. It's honestly probably one of the main reasons why I think this deck is so good in this format, outside the fact that you're just summoning a Doomfire. It's just very, very good. Wildfire the Blaze Accelerator away, blow up the field. Your opponent can't do anything about it. Get the token, and if you do it during their turn, you get to use that token to attack, because you can't attack during the turn you use this effect, but it's still very good. Book of Moon is played at 2 in this deck, 2 Floodgate Trap Hole, and 3 Zone of the Spirit. Lastly, in our side deck is the double Cosmic Cyclone, the double Waking the Dragon, and the double Wall of Disruption. He's playing 2 Master of Oz, 2 Cyber End Dragon, and 2 Cyber Blader in his extra deck because of the Waking. These are the extra deck monsters he has, so I'm not going to sit here and be like, hey, why aren't you playing Joker or anything? This is just the first place deck profile that, played these cards in their extra deck, and they're not bad, For what he has, he utilized the best cards he could. But yeah. Big shout out to Dakota for winning Golden Goblin Locals last Sunday, and without further ado, I'm going to be showing you guys the deck showcase of Duel I just played with this. Alright, so this is a game between me and ChowDog471. I skipped the first match. I lost. Reason why I lost, biggest reason why I lost, because I had full combo in hand, but I used the wrong skill, and I'm not going to force my opponent to let me use the correct skill. It's not the type of guy I am, but he was nice enough to let me, change my skill out during game 2 and 3, so that was pretty nice of him. So yeah, we're actually playing the correct skill for 2 and 3, and I think those are also the best 2 games to showcase this deck, especially because we get to actually summon our Doomfire this time. We couldn't do it last time. I played the Volcanic Cannon skill, but I don't play Tri-Blaze Accelerator in the main deck, so I couldn't summon it at all. Anyway, we're using this skill to start off, and it's sending both of those Emerald Tortoise and a Ruby Carbuncle to the graveyard to put the Mammoth and the Pegasus to the Spell and Trap card zone. Then setting the Conclave face down and summoning the Topaz Tiger. We're going to draw into for our turn, drawing into the Wildfire. We summon the the Volcanic Rocket here and grab a Blaze Accelerator from our deck to our hand. Activate a Blaze Accelerator and then set the Wildfire. Enter into battle phase. We're going to attack into the Topaz Tiger, and Conclave is going to activate here. What it's going to do is it's going to allow Topaz Tiger to go to graveyard and then bring out the Ruby Carbuncle, and because Carbuncle's special summon, you get to summon your other two guys too. And then Sapphire Pegasus, when it's summoned to the field, you get to also put another Crystal Beast monster from your deck to the Spell and Trap card zone. So, yeah, it's very, very good. Drawing into the rare value here, don't have the cards to be able to use it, so, oh well. Using the Conclave to return the Sapphire Pegasus to hand, to return the Volcanic Rocket to hand, and then summoning the Sapphire Pegasus, and, bringing the Amethyst Cat to the Spell and Trap card zone. Activating the rare value, I'll send this Amethyst Cat to the graveyard, then he'll draw 2, drawing into the double Conclave. Setting both Conclaves face down, entering into the battle phase, and then attacking for 300 direct damage. We're actually going to activate the Wildfire here because we know he doesn't have the Rainbow Dragon in hand because, all on field at this point. This is going to blow up his entire field he just invested into, and then, it's crazy. We summon our token here, which is really nice. Drawing for turn, we draw into the Volcanic Rocket, use the Blaze Accelerator here, use the Blaze Accelerator deployment, and then tribute it off, summoning the Doomfire. And then, we're going to summon the Volcanic Rocket here, use the Rocket's effect to grab the other Accelerator from deck. I should have honestly grabbed it from grave here, but oh well. It's not that big of a deal. I play 3 for a reason. Going into battle phase, I attack for 3,000, and then Conclave gets activated here, which, understandable. Adding the Eagle back to hand, adding the Doomfire back to hand, and then I attack directly with the Rocket, and then also with the token, inflicting a total of 2,900 damage. Going into the end phase here, the opponent draws into Pegasus for turn. So normal summoning the Pegasus here, being able to go through the deck and add a Crystal Beast to the Spell and Trap card zone. So they go or I guess he does it from the graveyard. Adding Carbuncle to the Spell and Trap, and then using Conclave here, attacks into the Rocket, which takes the 100 damage, and then allows the Sapphire Pegasus to float into the other Sapphire Pegasus, which then climbs the token here. And I'll take a total of 800. I draw for turn, drawing into another Volcanic Shell, using the Accelerator, and then using the effect again to turn the Accelerator into a Tri-Blaze Accelerator, sending it to the graveyard, summoning Volcanic Doomfire, but it says wait sinking, so we bring the Accelerator back to field, and then he decides that we're good to go. Sending the Accelerator to graveyard, we summon the Doomfire, summon the Rocket, add the Blaze Accelerator from graveyard back to hand, and then enter into battle phase. Attack with the Doomfire into the Pegasus. They use the Conclave here. This is going to return the Pegasus' Spell Trap to hand and return the Doomfire to hand, but he doesn't have enough life points to save himself here, so my Rockets are able to clear him out, which is really, really good. Going into game 3 here, again, didn't get to play the game 1 with the skill I wanted to, so drawing for turn and everything. He makes us opt to go first, so we summon the Rocket, add the Accelerator to hand, activate the Accelerator, set the Wildfire. Always set the Dark Hole. Opponent goes for turn, drawing into the Carbuncle, uses the skill here, sending the Carbuncle and the Mammoth to the graveyard, and then filling his Spell and Trap card zones with other monster cards, being the Topaz Tiger and the Sapphire Pegasus. Using the rare value here, I send the Sapphire Pegasus to the graveyard because it's a better one of the two, drawing into the Eagle, and drawing into the Rainbow Dragon. Sets the Conclave face down and summons the Cobalt Eagle, and then also sets the Cosmic Cyclone face down. I draw for turn, drawing into the Floodgate Trap Hole, Going into my main phase 1, I set the floodgate face down, and then I summon the DD Warrior Lady. So from watching his game and everything, he's trying to summon Rainbow Dragon. I know he's not playing multiple copies of all these Crystal Beast, my bad, because of his deck size. So I know this Cobalt Eagle is a one of in his deck, and the second I get rid of this, the second he can't summon Rainbow Dragon. So I go into battle phase and I try to banish the Cobalt Eagle from the game. But you know, if worst case scenario, I'm baiting out the Conclaves. Like that's the worst case scenario. Conclave's activated here. This is going to return Topaz Tiger to the hand and then return the DD Warrior Lady to the hand, I think. And then I end my turn there because, you know, I don't want to clear this Cobalt Eagle because I do not want Rainbow Dragon hitting the field. Drawing into the Crystal Conclave, summoning the Topaz Tiger and setting the Conclave. Going into battle phase and then attacking the Volcanic Rocket, but I just decide to floodgate the Topaz Tiger here. Going to my turn, I draw into the book, I set the book, and then I summon the DD Warrior Lady, and then again he goes into this thing, wastes the other Conclave here, and by doing so he actually returns both Cobalt Eagle and Topaz Tiger to hand, which I think is kind of smart, but also not really, because like you're putting yourself in such a detrimental space here. So he's going to drop under 1,000 life points, right? So it's 600, so he can't even use his Cosmic now, so if my next turn I do get to the Volcanic Doomfire, I'm just going to use my skill and summon the Doomfire. And at that point, he doesn't win. Drawing into the Crystal Beast Sapphire Pegasus, using this skill here, he sends all the materials from his hand to the graveyard, bringing both materials, his last two materials to the field, and then proceeds to summon the Rainbow Dragon. On summon, we're actually going to Wildfire because he plays the Fusion Monster. That's something from the first game you guys didn't see. So we send the Accelerator to the graveyard and send all the monsters on the field to the graveyard, but for 500 life point cost, and then summon our 1,000 token beater. Summons the Crystal Beast Sapphire Pegasus here, and then we just book it on summon. Drawing for turn, we draw into the Volcanic Shell, summon the Royal Firestorm Guard, hoping that this card here is not the last Conclave, enter into battle phase, and we climb the Sapphire Pegasus, and then attack directly with the token. For game. Yep. Anyway, I hope you guys like this type of content. I hope you guys are enjoying it. I have a top 5 deck profile or decks for the new format coming out tomorrow. But you know, I wanted to showcase you my top 2 decks from locals. You know, I'm not going to showcase the second place deck profile because it is just almost a copy paste version of the Cyber Angel deck that's already been posted on the channel for the Toxic Legacy tournament. But it got second place, so. This is first, and I figured I'd show you guys what it does. Yeah, congratulations to Dakota. Good job, buddy. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.